Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. So in today's video, I've got 5 dinner recipes as well as 1 dessert recipe. So we are just going to go ahead and jump in. I'm starting out with cheeseburger soup. So I am just peeling and cutting up some potatoes. I cut up about 5 medium-sized potatoes, and this was perfect for this soup. So I'm just putting those in the crock pot, trying to get them all the same size. And then I will cover the potatoes and the ground beef with about 4 cups of chicken broth. I did pre-cook my ground beef, and I just season it with salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, and some onion powder and garlic powder. And then I did throw a handful of shredded carrots in there as well. So I'm just going to cook that on low for about 6 hours, and then here's what it looks like after the 6 hours. You basically just want to make sure that your potatoes are cooked through because everything else is already cooked through. So I'm just stirring it, making sure that everything is done, and then we are going to come back, and I have this melt and dip from Great Value. This is basically Velveeta, but it is so much cheaper. I think the Velveeta is like $8 and this is a little under $4, so it's definitely worth the price tag, especially whenever you're using it in something like this. But I'm just using half of it. The block was, I think, 16 ounces and you only need 8 ounces. So I'm just cubing that up and putting it on top. The soup is already really hot, so it's going to melt very quickly. Will of course leave the recipe. I used a link down below for you. I will warn you that the recipe called for a roux, but I did not do that because I felt like I didn't need to. You're more than welcome to, but you also don't have to. So I will leave that recipe link down below for you. This recipe was so good. It was our first time ever eating cheeseburger soup, and we really loved it. So if you've never tried it, you should definitely try it. So here's what it looks like before I put the lid back on. I'm just going to push all the cheese down under the chicken broth just to make sure that everything gets melted. And we serve this with some rolls on the side. Here's what it looks like when it is all done. Doesn't that look amazing? My kids loved it, my husband loved it, and it made really good leftovers. So this next night we are making Cobb salad. So I actually, I believe I saw this recipe on Taylor Elmore's channel. I'll leave her channel link down below for you. She makes such good recipes and she always inspires me to try something new. So that is what I'm doing here. I have marinated this chicken overnight in some garlic and herb marinade. I think it's the McCormick brand, but you basically just add oil and water and it just marinates really well. So I've got 4 chicken breasts here that I'm just putting in my air fryer. This was my first time making chicken like this in the air fryer, and let me tell you, I will never go back. It was so easy. I cooked it on 400 for about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna get started on my bacon. So I just thawed this out overnight. It's probably, I don't know how much, maybe 1/4 of a pound. It's not very much at all. So I'm just using my kitchen scissors to cut this up into bite-sized pieces, and I'm just going to fry that until it is done. So now we're going to get started on our salad. So I have a cucumber here that I am just peeling with my vegetable peeler, and I actually bought a head of iceberg lettuce for this and also a bag of spinach because I didn't want just the bag salad. I want fresh, good, crisp salad. So I went ahead and bought separate stuff, but unfortunately the spinach that the Walmart grocery pickup got me was pretty much bad. I really had to pick through to find some good pieces, so I don't have very much spinach in there, but I got what I could. And then I did put some of the matchstick carrots in there as well, so kind of just made my own little salad concoction. But here I am just cutting up a cucumber. I don't know why I slice it like this. You'll see here in just a little bit that I figured out a better way to do it, but I'm basically just wanting them bite-sized pieces where you're not like getting a big old bite of cucumber. I wanted them pretty thin, so that is what I'm doing here. And then you'll see I have a tomato over there to the side. I am not a fan of tomatoes and my kids don't like them, but my husband did, so I wanted to cater to him a little bit and get him a tomato. So I will cut that up and put that in there as well. So now that it is getting a little bit warmer here in Missouri, I really want to incorporate more salads into our diets, especially like during the week after I get off work. I just need something super easy. So I do have a few salads planned for this month, but I'm always open to more ideas. So if you guys have any good salad ideas, then please let me know. We are not big fans of venturing out for like dressings. We just pretty much like ranch. I think my husband maybe likes French, but yeah, we pretty well just stick with ranch. So I don't know. We just need some more ideas. I've been on Pinterest, but they're all so like out there, balsamic, stuff like that. But anyway, so now I am just cutting up my chicken. My husband wanted his 2 chicken breasts big. He didn't want them cut up, so I just left 2 of them. Oh my gosh, I could not stop eating this chicken while I was cutting it up. It was so good, you guys. Definitely try that marinade and frying your chicken in the air fryer. It's so good. And then you'll see that I have bacon done over there as well. And in that bowl, I have some boiled eggs. So here in just a second, I will cut those up and put those on top as well. But we serve this with my homemade ranch dressing. It's just the Hidden Valley packet. And I just mix it with, I think, mayonnaise, milk, and then just a little bit of sour cream. And we just use that as our dressing for this night. And this was amazing. We actually didn't have any chicken left over for the next day, so I just took just a salad without chicken. But I highly recommend making this Cobb salad. So here's my little egg chopper. I actually got this at a yard sale a couple years ago for 25 cents, and it is the best little kitchen gadget that I have. I know that they have like the OXO brand and stuff like that, but this is just my little yard sale one, and I will keep it until it falls apart. So I'm just cutting up these eggs, and here's what my plate looks like when it is all done. Doesn't that look amazing? Salad is supposed to be healthy. This is definitely not a healthy salad, but highly recommend. Okay, so this whole video is full of just new recipes. I was feeling really inspired this week, so I just tried a whole bunch of new recipes. So we are making shrimp and noodles with lemon garlic butter sauce, I think it's called. I'll leave the recipe that I use linked down below. So I've just got some boiling water over there. I did salt it, and I'm using 1/2 pound of pasta. And then you'll see me put in quite a bit of butter, but you do need quite a bit because you are going to be using that as sauce, and that pasta soaks up that butter so fast. So it looks like a lot, but I promise it's not. It's needed. So I've just got butter here, and then I am just sauteing some garlic just until it becomes fragrant, usually about 45 seconds to 60 seconds. And then I've got my shrimp here. This is just the small deveined, detailed or shrimp that I just got from Great Value. It's the small, I think I just said that, but and then you're just going to want to salt it, season it with salt and pepper. Words are hard today. And then you'll just let that saute. You'll cook it through, and you can pretty well tell whenever shrimp is done whenever it turns pink. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. It took maybe 5 minutes. It didn't take no time. So yeah, I'm just letting it cook in that butter, and cooking it in butter gave it such good flavor. This was actually my first time ever making shrimp, and it was super duper easy. So I'm adding some extra garlic powder because that's what the recipe said to do. So that is what I'm doing. I couldn't really taste a bunch of the garlic. I probably could have added more minced garlic, but I just didn't think about it. And then I've got a lemon here. I started with 1/2 lemon because I didn't know how much I would actually need, but I don't have a citrus juicer or anything, so I'm just using a fork. I think I saw it on Rachel Ray or something, and it worked just fine. So yeah, you'll see me add the rest of the lemon, and oh my goodness, this was so good. I'm not a fan of seafood, but this was amazing. So after everything is cooked through, you'll see, you guys know that I love my parsley for color. So I just added just a little bit of parsley, and if you saw me, I rubbed it between my hands. My grandma actually taught me that. She says that it releases the oils in the dried herbs, and it really gives it more flavor. So I always do that, just always have. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add the pasta. So I just drained this and then set it to the side until I was ready for it, but it came together really, really easily, and I think 1/2 pound was perfect for the amount of shrimp that I had. So here's what it looks like when it came all together. Doesn't that look amazing? And then we just serve this with some green beans and some garlic bread on the side. This was such a crowd pleaser, and it made really good leftovers for the next day as well. Okay, so this next night we're getting started on lemon pepper chicken and vegetables. So I've just got a zucchini and a squash here that I'm just cutting up into half moon slices. I'm actually not a fan of squash and zucchini, but my husband is. So, you know, sometimes I like to give him his options as well. So I'm just cutting this up the best that I can. And then you'll see to the side, I've got some potatoes over there as well. So I'm going to peel and chop those. I had 5 laid out, but I think I only ended up using 4, and it was still perfect. Okay, so now that everything is cut up, I'm just putting a little bit of olive oil all over just to make sure that everything gets crispy. And then I'm going to season it with salt and then also some lemon pepper. I'm going to put this in a 400-degree oven for about 30 minutes. I did check it every 10 minutes and stir it up and make sure that nothing was sticking to the pan. For some reason, my potatoes always stick, so I do like to check on it every 10 minutes. And then here's that chicken I was talking about. So it's lemon pepper chicken. I just seasoned it and put it in this bag, and then here I am putting it on the pan, obviously, and I'm just going to cook this in the oven until it is done, about 20 minutes or so. So here's what it looked like when it came out. Doesn't that look so good? Those potatoes were amazing, you guys. You should definitely try lemon pepper seasoning if you've never tried it before. So now I'm getting started on chicken Alfredo pizza. So this was an idea that I came up with because I had ate Pizza Hut and made a chicken Alfredo pizza through Pizza Hut's website. You can make your own pizza. So I'm just making the Alfredo sauce that I always make. I will leave the recipe down below for you. And I'm actually using half and half this time. Usually I use heavy cream, but I decided to use half and half this time because it was cheaper. And I'm just gonna make this Alfredo sauce, and then I'll add some chicken to it, and then we'll get started on the pizza. was really, really good. The only critique that I have is the pizza crust. So I'm not someone that loves sweeter bread. I'm not like a sweet and savory type of person. So it was sweeter to me, the pizza crust was. If you've ever had it, you probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't recommend this pizza crust if you're wanting to make this particular recipe. We have made it with like taco pizza and like regular pizza, but I don't know, this one was extra sweet for some reason. So if you guys have any pre-made pizza crust recipes that you recommend, please let me know, because this chicken Alfredo pizza was really, really good. Okay, so now we're going to get started on the dessert for the week. So I had some apples that I needed to use up, so I'm just going to make some apple crisp. So this is actually my grandpa's favorite dessert that I make for him. So I don't know, I just wanted to make it. So I'm just adding some sugar, and then I've got like brown sugar, butter, vanilla, cinnamon, all the works in this recipe. I'll leave it linked down below for you. It's the one that I always use. I believe it's called like Best Apple Crisp or something like that, and it really is really good. So I'm just gonna let this footage play so you guys can watch what I'm doing, and like I said, I'll have the recipe linked down below for you. So that is going to wrap up this week's What's for Dinner. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe. Other than that, I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.